Okay, this is their home. Well, it's not really a cage, but a pen, right? And they have more space to run, but actually I don't really close the gate of that pen because I prefer to let them free roam the house, like own it, because they're part of my family when we were little boys. And yeah, unlimited Timothy hay for them because 80% of their diet should be hay, less pellets. And the reason why they have pellets is for their, to grind their teeth with, and the reason why I have that wood as well is for them to scratch down their nails in it, or just make it as a chew toy, or just bite it. So it's nice that there's a wood in there. It'll be comfy. And the pizza box is, well, I use them because what's the point? Like instead of buying a we call it a liner, just use the pizza box for them to, as a liner for the litter box so that they can poop in there. Because you always have to clean, well, not always, but like twice a day or any other day of the week. Like I used to clean, well, I always clean the litter box like 3 times a week. To make sure that, it doesn't stink. That's why our house doesn't smell disgusting, or it doesn't smell foul. It smells, well, rabbits' poop doesn't stink. Doesn't smell at all because they're vegetarians. The only smell that's disgusting is their pee. But of course, they pee on their litter box. It's why I had to litter train your rabbits. And if you wanted to have a happy rabbit, just let them free roam. Don't scare them. Don't lift them. They hate being held all the time. You can rub them, but not on the back because they're not dogs. They prefer to be rubbed on their forehead or their head. And they don't want to live in the noisy, in noisy places. They don't like noisy people. They hate loud music because they get stressed all the time, and you don't want your rabbits to be stressed because they end up biting you or just hiding there. That's why I let my rabbits do whatever they want. Look, that's a happy rabbit. See him? He's just chilling. And when he hears a car, see, they get easily distracted. Of course, they have sensitive ears. That's why they have big ears. See? Because they are prey animals, so, they think everyone or anything around them wants to eat them. Look at my boy. And see? He's so attached to me because I don't stress him anymore. Because the first time we have them, they were just hiding there, peeing everywhere, and they don't want it to be held. So you had to let them get used to you for like 2 months. Okay? And the good thing about having rabbits is that they don't have that bad breath. They don't smell bad. They're not dirty compared to dogs and cats. They're not loud as well. They're just silent. And you don't need to wash them because they can wash themselves. They groom themselves. And my bunnies here, Link and Loki, are both males. He said I want a female because females are way more territorial than boys. It means that they spray a lot. When they're spraying, this is mine, and they fight with boys, and they get pregnant so easily unless if you spay them. And spaying a rabbit costs a lot. So it's neutering, and you need to neuter your rabbits if you wanted to litter train them. Like mine, I litter train them so their poop goes to the litter tray. Well, there's still poop in there. Actually, I haven't, neutered them yet because they were about to be neutered. It just happens that there's an emergency and we needed the money. So that neutering costs £100 for one rabbit only. It's £100. But the good thing about being neutered is they don't they don't get mood swings or anything, and they don't impregnate, because when you get to castrate them so that they won't be horny rabbits and moody rabbits, because of course if you don't have a mate with you, well, you'll be moody. You need someone to hump with. And they don't like being held, like what I said, they don't like being held, and they're still, and this, you need to clean everything in the house over and over again, because there will always be hay and a spot of poop, but most of their poop goes in there, because where they eat is where they poop. And you can't travel with your bunny that long. Because the first time we did it, when we had them, they really were shaking. And then in the second time, I wanted to try them. Try to go to the park with them. Well, they enjoy the park, which is good. The secret to, well, you had to bring a cage and make sure that, like a carry, like you had to carry a carrier. Sorry, not a cage, a carrier for them. So this carrier is now their, cave, their bedroom, because at least once they get used to the smell of it, they can just go there whenever, like for example, if they wanted to go to the vet or somewhere, at least they'll get used to the smell of this carrier, so they won't be freaking out, they just feel comfy. And this, I don't change this because they prefer to leave it that way. Because rabbits are very territorial, so it means that this is their scent. So this is the one that we carry inside the car. We don't really put them in the car. We just put them in the car if we're gonna lift them going somewhere. But I take them because rabbits don't want to be held. Remember, they want their paws on the ground, or they don't want it to be lifted. So this is what we use inside the car. Make sure that it's like a booster seat, but for rabbits. Like we just had to, have a seat belt for this. So they won't move. Actually, they don't move anyway, and they're very comfy in here because this is their spot. There's like their mini bed. Before they had that carrier inside the cage, and look at Link, Linky boy. I sometimes call him fat, so he's so fluffy and fat. They're not really fat, they're just healthy, because if they're fat, because I don't feed them junk foods, I just feed them hay. They just look fat because of their fluffy fur. And like, how many times do I need to clean this spot? And make sure you have the spray in there. I always spray it after I clean it, so that they won't be able to poop in that spot, because it won't leave a mark or a scent that says like, hey, I left a stink in there, a stench in there, or a smell in there, a scent, and that's my territory. I'm free to poop in there. So no, it's a no-no. That's why they don't really poop anywhere in this, area or on the floor. Just have to spray it, wipe it with a tissue, or a toilet roll, a kitchen roll. Oh, where's my kitchen roll now? Yeah, kitchen roll. Wait, boys. And rabbits should not be put in cages. I keep telling you that. Small cages they should be. And one thing as well, to remind you, rabbits, when you wanted to pet or own a rabbit, make sure they're in pairs, because a lonely rabbit is a stressed rabbit. And if he's alone, you need more time for him so he won't feel alone. And having a rabbit is a long term, plus they need healthcare, insurance, and everything. So it's really expensive to own a rabbit. Hello, hello. See, do 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 do. You know if your rabbit is stressed if he won't go near you, and he keeps biting you, and he's likes to attack. And yep, rabbits do growl as well. They growl like that. They growl a lot if they're angry at you. So, oh my god, no. See, and the reason why I put tissues in there is these are the tissues that I use when I wipe stuff on the floor, like their poop or something, and I put it in there so that they would know that the stink or your poop should be in that spot, not on the floor. To remind them that the stink goes in there, their pee, their everything goes in the litter box, not on the floor. Okay, good boy. Back then when I had Loki, he is really, he likes to hide. He doesn't like me, nor is Jaja or Daddy, and now look, he likes me. Hey, oh, I forgot your broom. And here is Link, the friendly one at first, but now very, well, he's short-tempered because he was traumatized. One time I trimmed his nails. That's why I never trim your rabbit's nails. Just, leave them, use the wood, or take them out, put them in the ground and let them. But if you have dogs, rabbits are not good with dogs because dogs might end up eating your rabbits, and rabbits, because dogs are predators, so they're scared of the dog. That's why when there's dog barks outside, they're hiding because they're really scared. And I said they don't like loud noises. It freaks them out, and when a rabbit is stressed, they'll end up dying. Yep, they commit suicide. So don't do that to your rabbits, because rabbits are really expensive. Plus, if I were you, there's a lot of rabbits being rejected or being abandoned by their owners because they think, oh, I can't cuddle him, oh, he bites, oh, he this, because you don't know how to take care of your rabbits. That's why they end up being, and that rabbits breed, and then the rabbit breeders, by the way, they don't know what to do. They had loads of rabbits, so they sell it. And actually, there are a lot of poor bunnies that it's being abandoned by their owners. So I prefer just adopt one instead, because I feel bad for the rabbits. Because after that, they're being neglected. Because the rabbit owners doesn't know what to do. Oh, I'm going to college. Oh, so many excuses. Why get a rabbit? That's why you had to do your research first before owning a rabbit, because it's a long-term commitment. Because they tend to live for 8 to 12 years. Okay? And once you have a rabbit, you have to treat them like your family. Okay? Like dogs. Like dogs. You treat your dog as your man's best friend. And yeah, don't make sure that your rabbits drink a lot of water as well. Because others, they just put it in a bottle. And that's what makes your rabbits so dehydrated. Because rabbits drink like dogs. So you have to make sure that they drink a lot of clean water. When I said clean, really clean. Tap water will do, because they don't like dirty water. It gives them, they're like humans, okay? Would you drink a filthy water? Of course not. So, So for now, I don't know what to say, because there are lots of things I want to say, but I forgot to make a list of it. So maybe next time, I'll tell you what the rabbits wants to have, and what do they like, and what do they hate. Thank you, Boise. He's grooming himself. Oh yeah, the reason why I had that bell, actually it's not, I don't really recommend newly pet owners to have their rabbits have them belt or something because they're not cats. So the reason why I just had to put that is last time I don't know where they are. I can't hear because rabbits are really silent. Even if they hop, they jump, they climb up on the window, you can't really hear them. That's why I had to take care of your rabbits because they really can jump high. That's why I had that bell so I would hear like, oh no, someone climbed up in here. That's why I had the bell. But the bell really chokes them. That's why I had to make sure that. But they're already used to it. Actually, even I had to take it every time when they get tangled or something. That's why I don't like putting belts on rabbits because they get tangled. But now they're used to it because I trained them how to do it, and they don't get tangled anymore. And they're used to it. They like the sound of the bell, like. But actually, I don't recommend to have them, have belts. It's just the reason why they had belts is for safety reasons. Especially that my husband is such a collector. That's why I had that in there. Because one time they bit that. Yep, my husband's a collector and he got pissed off. And so is this, is PS4. That's what rabbits do. That's why we had to put belts on them. And he has so many books in there. I'm glad that my bunnies are well fed, so that's why they don't bite things now, because I told them so. And they had to eat, of course. They had to eat Timothy a lot. You don't need to starve them. Now that's it, guys. You're watching. Bye, Link. Loki boy. Loki. See? That's his name. What is it, Link? I'm talking to Loki. Loki boy. Look at you. You're a mess again. You want a treat, Loki? Bye, Loki. Bye, Linky. Oh.